Welcome everyone. So again, today we're going to give you some real quick tips. This is from a question Adam, a real good buddy of mine. Yesterday we posted a quick 3-minute video on some different things you can do to help increase your natural thyroid. Well, today I want to go over some real quick tips. I got 3 for you here that will help increase your natural testosterone for those of us who are actually looking for a more holistic approach to increasing your natural testosterone. Here they are. Let's first talk about what testosterone is, okay? Testosterone is produced by the gonads. It's regulated by the hypothalamus and the pituitary. Hypothalamus actually sends a signal to the pituitary, releases a stimulating hormone called luteinizing hormone. Now, when you have a synthetic source from an exogenous source of testosterone, your body understands that and will actually stop producing this hormone, this luteinizing hormone, and stop production on its own. But some of the things that which you can do to supplement and increase your testosterone naturally include vitamin A, vitamin D. Working out in the sun actually helps greatly increase testosterone production. Zinc, magnesium. So those are just small things that you can apply. But what I wanted to go over today are not what you could take, but things in which I want you to try to avoid to increase your natural testosterone production. So when we're talking about testosterone, remember, it's a hormone. So some of the greatest impacts you can have on this hormone is regulating other hormones that react negatively on it, particularly insulin, cortisol, and estrogen. So each one of these hormones are present in the body and essential for different functions one way or the other. But in excess, any one of these will greatly be able to alter your ability to actually produce testosterone naturally. So excuse me, I'm looking at my notes here. So outside of the supplements, I want to give you 3 tips of things in which you should avoid and start implementing right now to actually help reduce these other 3 negative hormones. Okay, so tip number 1, reduce stress. First, this is the hardest one to combat, and I understand that, okay? And I don't want to talk about just your normal daily stress from just things in which you're dealing with, but if you're dealing with chronic stress that it's not being addressed, that is going to be the biggest killer for you. Cortisol in excess for both men and women is just completely negative as far as what it does, it decreasing your natural testosterone. So if you can't get a hold of your stress, you just understand it's going to be an uphill battle for you trying to increase your testosterone naturally, okay? Tip number 2, workout. I understand this kind of sounds like a no-brainer, okay? You have to actually work out to actually increase muscle mass and everything else, but how you work out actually also dictates your testosterone production. When you do work out, make sure you're trying to apply some resistance that's a little bit heavier, but not just your resistance exercise training, your cardio training is also very, very beneficial when you're trying to increase your testosterone production. For my clients in particular, I prescribe HIIT training. I do this for a few reasons. One, HIIT training has clinically been shown to actually increase natural testosterone production. I'm reminded the other day I was actually having this conversation with someone, and instead of actually going over the science behind it, I just showed them a picture, one of a Boston Marathon runner and the other one of a Olympic sprinter. And just by looking at the two, you can kind of see which one has a little bit more lean mass on them, and that relates explicitly to the type of training in which each one does and their cardio programming to actually increase their lean body mass. So last one, tip number 3. Wow, of course I can't read this. Hold on here. Tip number 3, your diet. Yes, okay, so the food you eat plays a huge part in your testosterone production. Most of us have heard that avoiding soy products, because soy actually increases estrogen. Estrogen in excess in the body will actually inhibit testosterone production naturally for men and women, and both are needed for both sexes, but it just doesn't go as far as just soy-based products. Okay, remember, you are what you eat. We've all heard the saying. So things like grass-fed beefs, grass-fed chickens, that's a very important thing. Okay, most of them are actually fed off of a corn soy-based product or a GMO-based product that actually increases estrogen in the body as well. So trying to avoid those types of products in your diet greatly helps. Also, liver function, okay, increasing your liver function and your liver health. So things like green leafy vegetables, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, mushrooms, all have been shown to actually increase liver functions and your ability to reduce the conversion of estrogen as well. Lastly, Before I go on, beer belly. Okay, we've all talked about beer belly. Alcohol is a big killer of testosterone production. Okay, this does two different things. One, we know that beer has hops, soy-based product actually increases belly fat. Belly fat, also visceral belly fat, carries an enzyme called aromatase that converts extra testosterone into estrogen as well. So being able to reduce your belly fat plays a big part in that, and that also goes into what you eat as well. Lastly, it's not just what you eat, but how you eat it. Science behind intermittent fasting now greatly supports the increase of natural testosterone production. It also shows an overall reduction in all three of those negative hormones: insulin, cortisol, and estrogen. So not just what you eat, but how you eat. So a small fast of 18 to 20 hours a day has been shown clinically to increase natural testosterone. Furthermore, it also has been shown to actually increase natural growth hormone as well. So a little bit longer today, guys. I hope this really does help you. If you haven't gotten onto the Mind and Body Fitness page, please go click, follow the website. I will have all this information and detail available shortly via ebook, including some different things as far as different groceries, things in which you can buy in the store to actually help you increase your natural testosterone, and a full list of supplements as well. So in the near future, be able to get on there and download those ebooks for you, made available to you guys, as well as details about all this stuff which I went over today. All right, guys, thank you all so much for joining us today. Come and see me again at Mind Body Fitness here. Work out with myself or one of the other trainers here. We'd love to be able to help you get to your goals.